Hey, welcome to the channel, folks. Barefoot Dad and his trusty dog Dash, and we've got a couple of, man, that looks like Oswald from Drew Carey Show. Okay, well, we've got a couple passengers. We got luggage, co-pilot. We're in Bolzano, Italy. Italy. We're heading south to Mattarello, Italy. It's just south of here. It's about a 20-mile flight, and in the meantime, let's get this going. Yeah, get that started. We got fuel pressure. Pardon me. Get things scored away in the cockpit. Give this a crack. And we got engine. So, what I want to do is take off on, I think it's runway 18. Let's find out. Let's see.
Ground Piper November 477 Whiskey ready to taxi south departure.
Piper November 477 Whiskey taxi 2 and hold short of runway 19er using taxiway Alpha. Contact tower on 118.3 when ready.
Taxiing hold short runway 19er using taxiway Alpha Piper 77 Whiskey.
Okay, just okay.
Tower Piper November 477 Whiskey ready for departure to the south at runway 19er.
Piper November 477 Whiskey altimeter 29er.9er 1 wind 166 at 5. South departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 19er.
Cleared for takeoff runway 19er Piper 77 Whiskey.
Okay, let's do a run up real quick. There's our drop. There's our pickup. Okay. Now we're at 19. Let's get our and there we are. I think that's about where we want it. I think we're ready to blow this pop stand. Let's get out of Dodge. Ooh, a lot of wind. So it should be a really scenic flight through here. One of the things I love about this plane is how it settles in. It just fast. So I'm kind of letting go of my yoke, relaxing it. It's a little.
Piper 77 Whiskey, continue for south departure.
Tower Piper November 477 Whiskey, continue for south departure.
Okay, we're here. I think got our airspeed. Let's draw our manifold pressure back to 23.6. And then bring our RPM back to 2400. And we're dialed in. I love this plane. So I was flying in the Caribbean yesterday, and I was flying from Puerto Rico
Piper 77
to
Whiskey, leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
the American Virgin Islands.
Tower Piper November 477 Whiskey, frequency change.
Once you
Milan
get this
Center
thing
Piper
dialed
November
in,
477
you
Whiskey,
don't need
is
out.
Type Piper Comanche 5 miles south of Lima, India, Papa Bravo, 1,800 feet. Request
get-
flight following.
Piper November 477 Whiskey Milan Center. Squawk 504 tree.
Once
Squawk
you get this,
504 tree Piper 77 Whiskey.
so once you
Piper
get this
77
thing dialed
Whiskey, radar
in,
contact 6 miles south of Lima, India, Papa Bravo, 2,000 feet. Altimeter 29.901.
Roger Piper 77 Whiskey.
so once you get this thing dialed in, hand flying is preferred for me. I just don't. I've set up the autopilot. It's right below my airspeed indicator, and it's not that complex. It's you set your altitude and then turn it on, and it does an altitude hold, and it'll do a heading hold. But I'll tell you, just this thing settled in, hand flying it, you don't feel fatigued. I guess it's the best way to put it. It's just fun. So we're cruising south. Kind of cruising out of the Alps. So this thing, when you set it up above water, it's rock solid. It just, it doesn't, you don't have any turbulence. She just runs. She flies. Just, ooh. this thing stretch its legs. We're about 17 miles out, so and I love the green instrument panel. It's kind of retro. There's Oswald. Hey, Oswald.
Generic 4-tree tree climb and maintain flight level 190. Climb and maintain flight level 190 generic 4-tree tree.
So let's see here. Yeah, let's let them know we're coming.
Tower
Mattarella.
Piper, November 477 Whiskey 14 miles north, 2,800 feet to land.
Piper November 477 Whiskey Tower. Altimeter 30.30 wind 194 at 4. Make straight in runway 18.
Make straight in runway 18 Piper 77 Whiskey.
So we had an update for this aircraft this week. And aside from, I think there were some little bleed through issues. But what's interesting is it came on top of the system update beta that's out. I noticed a couple updates yesterday in it. Yeah. It's crashed a couple times. Better to crash in a sim than crash in a real plane. But when I say crash, it just crashed the desktop. Looks like vineyards. Nice. So kind of back things off. Well, we're about 7 miles.
Piper 77 Whiskey, wind 189er at 4. Cleared to land runway 18.
Cleared to land runway 18 Piper 77 Whiskey.
I think I see the runway. Let's just bring it on in. Okay, we got 120. Looking for 90. It's kind of slippery. Okay, let's give her some flaps. We're at 100. Over to 100. Right on it. Yeah, looking good.
Piper 77 Whiskey, exit runway when able.
Yeah, let's use the brakes. That's a cool way to bleed airspeed. Lift that nose off. Hey, pretty little airport here. Yeah.
Piper 77 Whiskey, contact ground on 119er decimal 65.
Let's do it.
119er decimal 65 for Piper 77 Whiskey. Ground Piper November 477 Whiskey, request taxi to parking.
Piper November 477 Whiskey, taxi to general aviation parking. Piper 77 Whiskey, please acknowledge.
Taxiing to general aviation parking Piper 77 Whiskey.
we're here. I like it. Freeware. I'll put the link for it out in the description. Like I said, this is Italy, and we're just getting out of the Alps, but that's a pretty flight, and it's a great airplane. So thanks for joining us. Dad survived. Oswald survived. And I don't know who, I haven't given this young lady a name.